Hey everyone, good evening. This is Mentor Omotorogene of the MMM Nigeria Guidance School, and with me in the meeting are members of the makeup cycle of the 29 of the 18th of April 2017 batch of the MMM Nigeria Guidance School. They have met to discuss the business game task. The business game comprises of 7 tasks with different challenges, and these people have come together, they brainstormed to get a common solution, and they are here to present, to give us a summary of how they came about their solution to the business game task. And Roger is going to speak on behalf of this makeup cycle. So, Roger, the floor is open to you. You can go on with the presentation. Kindly unmute your mic, and please um, do note that you have just 20 minutes for the presentation. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Confirm everyone can hear me loud and clear. Good evening, everybody. I am Roger Ofiemo, a member of Batch 1704, 18, 17 to 29 makeup group. And with me, I have my colleague, my group leader is Yusuf Olatunji. And we also have the member, Adiola Oloroke. This presentation was filed off by 3 of us, and we are here to make the introduction of MMM to Thailand. And it's presented by me, Roger, once again. Our mentor is Omoto Ogene. Now, the introduction, our task 1, has to do, like the introduction, I would like to introduce, first of all, Thailand to you. The objective, the objective is to develop MMM Global in Thailand and grow the community therein. And also the demography of Thailand. Thailand in 2014 has an estimated population of 67,200. Thailand's population is mostly rural. It is concentrated in the rice growing area of the central, northeast, and north region. It is urban population, principally in Greater Bangkok. 45.7% of the total population in 2010, according to National Economic and Social Development Board, according to statistics, are difficult. According to statistics, are difficult as millions of the Thai migrants of the Thai migrate from rural areas to cities, then return to their place of origin to help with seasonal field work. Officially, they have rural residents when in urban areas. I would like us to look at the SWOT analysis. Now, the SWOT analysis has to do with the strength, weakness, opportunity, and threat. Now, the strength, talking of the strength, we have the cost of living in Thailand, which is relatively okay, and also it's a fast-growing economy, and also Thailand has a good site for tourism, which in turn makes it a home for people to always come around. Now, what are the weaknesses? In the weakness, there's inadequate human resources that will help in the 7-day window program. There's limited resources to assist the private sector in the place. Also, no internet film operation. A large domestic population, terrestrial digital broadcasting for advertisement, and also good reputable market and open to growth. What are the threats? The threat is they have panic through media, to government attack. Other threat is some other small schemes, smaller to MMM Global. Also, we have low per capita income level of the people. Still on task one, resources available to use. Now we have the internet for use, we have our team, and we have 50,000 US dollars. Now the objective is to introduce MM to the Thai people as well as its ideology, and also to improve MMM Global and growth in the region. Another objective is to establish a system to create financial fairness to the people. Another objective is, as a group, we have to follow the task to carry out in the 7 days in order to achieve this. Still on task one is the young people, the marketers, the bankers, the bloggers, and a large population of the unemployed citizens. We have target registration participants of 200 participants per week, starting from week 1. Budget for the 7 days, which is ready for the 7 days, is $50,000. And I'm going to give you a breakdown for the 7 days on how we spend our $50,000. First of all, we have hotel accommodation, since we are not sitting here for that day, for all the teams, all our members, and also a tour guide, which is 2,000, which has to do with the roads, the language, and interpreter. And also we have the projector to coverage, which is 6,000, renting to production of video for the promotion process purposes. Also, we have box SMSs, which cost 4,000 participants. Branding of material, which is 8,000, which has to do with t-shirts, souvenirs, gift packs, banners, etc. Also, refreshments, which cost $4,000, has to do with food, drinks, and entertainment. We have ad hoc staff, which is 4,000 US dollars local that will help us in this period of time, and the total expenses of $46,000. In our task one, we have our action plan, and the action plan for the week goes like this. Like for day 1, is to kickstart MMM registration of participants. Day 2, we have TV broadcasts and radio programs, so printing and distribution of flyers around the community. Day 3, we have registration of participants, which continues. Then day 4, we have liaising with authorities and acquisition of centers for seminars. Day 5, we have seminar presentation with promotional material. Day 6 has to do with seminar launch on how to manage accounts and refer people. Day 7, evaluation and achievements by the team as well as follow-up. The summary of task 1 is that the expenses made is 46,000, and the new budget is 4,000 US dollars. And now over to task 2, and the task 2 assignment goes like this: that a week has passed, and you are 4 months. The average contribution of participants of the structure is about $300. Under the rules and regulation of the community, which gives 30% and macro growth and 20% registration bonus, how many new members and contributions you have to ensure that in 3 weeks older participants. Now the objective of this is that the objective is that we pay older participants both interest and capital by raising enough funds. The number of participants needed to join will foot the bills of the older participants. Still on tax 2, the resources needed using resources in tax 1 also, which inclusive, we will be using promotional materials like the video, the social media, gift and branded MMM packages, posting of seminars. Now, how do we achieve this? So using an average number of 200 participants to PH a donation of $300 per participant. The amount generated will be $60,000. Now, with 30% macro growth, we will have $18,000 US. We'll have $4,000 US for the 200 participants. So the total expected GH will be $82,000. Will be 82,000 minus 60,000 initial PH, which costs at $22,000. So the number of participants needed to participate, the average GH would be 110 participants that needed to contribute to PH and GH. Now, still on task 2, assuming a constant rate of 300 participants per week for the next 3 weeks, it will be equal to 900 participants. That is 3,000 times the 3 weeks, which is 900 new participants. And a total plus 300, which makes a total of 1,200 participants in a month. So therefore, each participant pays $200 each, it will be equal to $240,000 new PH after 3 weeks. Still on task 2. Now, what to do to get more of these results, which has to do with training new members and host more seminars and workshops to create more awareness. Also, testimonial videos and adverts from participants will make the public join more. Online media should be used for more awareness campaign too. This on the long run has reduction in the cost of promotion. The summary of task 2 has to do with the expenses of resources, which is so over to task 3. And task 3 says after about a month, you are 100. The same plan for another month on the basis of this result of previous calculation, taking into account the dynamics of growth. Calculate the number of new participants and the contribution for the next 4 weeks. The objective is to calculate the number of new participants as well as their contribution for the next 4 weeks, which is 1 month, as well as sustaining the community. Now, how to go about it? The total participants for 1 week is equal to 200. Because for the remaining 3 weeks, it will be 600. The total participants for 1 month will be 800 participants. As 25% of the participants refer 2 people each into the community. For the next 4 weeks, using the 30% plus referral bonus. The total participants, at this point, you can see that the community is growing, and the idea as well as the community is in, and the system is stable and strong. That if 1,200 participants contribute $200 each, it will be $240,000, which is impressive for the second month. That there will be less campaign at this stage because the people will now be seeing how the community is growing and will be joining. However, we will now be doing more of online adverts and little adverts to keep the community on the mind of the people. Pillar 3, the summary of Pillar 3. We move over to 4, and the 4, task 4. After 2 months, you have the number of participants and deposits that you have calculated. Now you can calculate that. You can calculate what you need to organize next month. A week after the start of the month, there is a local holiday in Thailand, which is celebrated during the week. Respectively, in this period, the activities of registration falls by 75%. To make a plan of action for a month, and how would we use them? The right amount of contribution and participants for development for the system. Now, objective. The objective is to control the decline of pH, which will fall to 75% and generate the number of participants as well as contributions needed for the system to run smoothly. Now, if we register, if weekly registration targets 200 participants, for example, now the reduction in new registration by 25% will give us 150. New registration will drop further to 50% weekly. And in order to avoid such steady declines in numbers, more participants will need to join the community as well as other participants, even increasing the pH level. Therefore, for the remaining 3 weeks, using weekly registration of 200 plus 75 participants, or even more as the case may be, for the next 3 weeks, remaining will be 1,000 will be 825 participants. And when you multiply it to the $200, it will give $1,000. The action plan. Look at 4. If this is achievable, we need to do more promotion and awareness campaign, and furthermore introduce new incentives that can enable people to come into the system. Training of more participants to become guardians will further enable participants to grow in the system. New layouts and more activities on the PO staff will be given to participants as well as guardians to do more weekly promotion. The community and ideology that engage in radio show and discussion, encourage promotional videos and letter of happiness. Now, chapter 5, if your plan didn't work, you do not have enough new registration to cover the cost of current deposit. It is necessary to analyze the plan of action in this situation. What are the resources? How many participants? Contributions it is needed to get this situation solved. Due to lack of funds, there are delays in the old participants.
Yes.
As time continues, our plan fails. We still do not have enough registration. We are thinking of applying the first mode. Now, since the new members refuse to provide help, new participants, we need to apply the first mode, where participants will only be able to provide help, they can't get help at the moment. It will last, at the moment it will last for like 2 months. Before then, we will need about 3,000 new participants to help of $300. That is $900,000, which will be enough for the system. It says to resolve this situation will be needing promotional strategy. And one of the strategies includes the idea to create both female and male accounts on social media like Facebook, Twitter, email, blogs to do posting of an advertising on Facebook groups. The second one is teaching the masses what the first mode is all about. The third one is displaying our customized gift items to draw more attention. The other one is one-on-one conversation. The fifth one is encourage the PH more to enable the community to meet their obligation. Step 6. During this monthly delay in payment, increase to 7 days, referral activity is almost reduced to 0. The old members do not attract anymore and do not make contribution too. In virtue of this situation, a post mode is implemented, which all old marbles are frozen and will be available for withdrawal when the situation is right itself. After old conditions are not frozen and available as usual. Plan of action for another month, resources, contribution, members, etc. One, we explain more about the first mode. 2, to make them to feel secure to avoid panic. Teach participants the ideology of MMM and how it works. Teach participants MMM ideology, how it works. Organize more offline events. First one is to make them know the importance of regular PH. The other one is to advertise on radio, TV, social media, if possible, increase the referral bonus. And the last one is award Guidea who PH more than GHA. The resources are internet, group member, and new Guidea to carry out SWOT analysis. That's 7. Your efforts have been insufficient to resolve the situation. In the start to place, all old marbles are removed, beginning serious negative impact of the members and a favorable response, one or two negative articles in the media, in the mass media, you have to make a first start in such conditions. A plan action under specified conditions for a month. Now, since all efforts were aborted or seem insufficient to reverse the situation, we have no choice than to restart the system. All marbles wrong. Everything has to start all over. Nothing for the participants, nothing for their luck. The media are not helping matters because they have been spreading negative scam a lot before now on the radio, TV, newspaper. No new participant is willing to join our community, but to get them back, we need to apologize, enlightening them about the reason why we restart the system, teaching them start the system, and also make them to understand what MMM stands for. The last MMM to last long depends on us, the participants, by regularly providing help. By keeping the rules guiding MMM, we will all organize another seminar to teach. We will also organize another seminar to teach our prospective participants the ideology of MMM, how it works, more especially where the interest is coming from. In this seminar, we will remind the participants of their spare money to reduce the contribution, which is average of 300 US dollars to $50, with a registration bonus of and $50 registration bonus, $500, $100 for the contribution above $1,000. Also, referral, 10% referral on every contribution provided will also remind them that MMM is not a business investment. That in MMM, there is no guarantee that MMM is faithful to its participants. The summary of Task 7, the expenses done for the promotion of material is $3,000. Previous budget is $4,000. The next budget is $1,000. Ladies and gentlemen, the business game task of Bash 2007 18 and Group 29 make-up group presented by Roger Ofiemo. I also want to acknowledge my group members for their massive cooperation. Special thanks to our founder, Grace Tajri Magodi, our able mentor, Omotel Ogene, and fellow potential guardian of Bash 18, 2017, the 29 make-up group. Together, we change the world. It's our pleasure presenting. Thank you for listening. Thank you very much.
Okay. Thank you for that presentation.
Hello?
Yeah, you can mute your mic, please.
Okay.
Yeah, thank you for the presentation. It was really it was okay. I love the fact that you kept to time. That was really impressive. But as I've noticed with so many of my students and presentation, which also occurred in yours, you didn't mention your SWOT analysis. You made a SWOT analysis of the country. That is at the beginning of your presentation, which is quite commendable. But like I normally tell my students,
Okay.
The SWOT analysis. No, you can mute your mic, please, so that we can avoid having interferences and hiccups with the network. Kindly mute your mic. Thank you. Now, the tasks you performed in the school, they are to prepare you for this presentation and also to present and to prepare you for the community, since you intend to go into the community as not just participants now, but as guiders. So these tasks are to prepare you for the community, and also they are to prepare you for life. We know we are already living life, but to help us understand life better, understand ourselves better, and understand how we can go about doing things better for our own benefits. Now, for your Facebook tasks, your YouTube tasks, the offline promotion tasks, these tasks are to help you promote MMM to build your structure. But the SWOT analysis helps you build the community, helps you keep the community alive. It helps you understand how well to work on the community to ensure that the community stays alive. And what do I mean? The strength of the community and the opportunities help you to know how well the community is moving. The weaknesses help you to know where there are deficiencies that needs to be tackled and needs to be reduced to the barest minimum. To tell you that, oh, these are the problems to the community, to guide and give them, you have to combat them. Now, if you had done the SWOT analysis after tax 2, because at tax 1, you only have to provide help process, so there are no much challenges in the system. But at the time you started providing help to the participants started providing help to themselves, then there will definitely be challenges, just as it is in every other MMM community. Hence, if you had sat down to do the SWOT analysis, the SWOT analysis is actually an appraisal of any system. The human being is a system, the company is a system, the school is a system, the country is a system, the business is a system. Now, if an appraisal is done, it will help you know how healthy your system is, well you can, how well that system can last, what can be done to ensure it goes beyond the lifespan based on your analysis to ensure that the system can last longer. Countries, companies also, especially companies, they have yearly appraisal that is being done, that's carried out on their staff and carried out on the operations of the companies to help the company. If the SWOT analysis had been done during tax 2 and towards the end of tax 2, the challenges you had at tax 3 wouldn't have been as enormous as they were. If you had carried a SWOT analysis during tax 3 and towards the end of tax 3, you would have looked ahead and you would know that, oh, now if you had done a SWOT analysis at tax 3, you would have looked ahead to and you would have made a projection that since this event, this occasion is coming up in the country, there will be some people having cold feet that may say they wouldn't provide for one reason or the other, and some will want to hold on to their money because they want to spend. Normally, during festive period, people spend a lot. Now, if at tax 3 you had projected, you've done a SWOT analysis, and you've checked that the now the holiday is not actually a threat, but it's still a threat to the system because it's coming into play, affected the system by a 75% drop. So if by tax 3 you had done a SWOT analysis, you would have noticed that that holiday, that um, event they're going to celebrate will affect the pH level. Hence, you would have probably introduced some promos, to whet the appetite of the participants, just like we had in December. Unfortunately, it came too late. I probably came too late that it affected the system. If it had come earlier, probably many people would have provided more and would have ensured they fulfilled their pledges. Now, if such a thing had been put in place, then the 25% drop wouldn't have been that much. It would have probably been about 30 or thereabouts, which wouldn't have shaken the system that way. Tax 4, the freeze load wouldn't have been necessary at tax 5, you know. So if you had done after tax 5, definitely if you had kept doing your SWOT analysis after each task, there wouldn't have been the need. If you had kept doing the SWOT analysis after each task, then the challenges you met at the other tasks wouldn't have been that enormous. And there wouldn't have been any need for a cost mode, neither would there have been any need for a restart. So I hope you got that. So that's just what I wanted to add to that. If the SWOT analysis is carried out, your system will always be healthy. We know that there are unseen forces that may combat the system, but if you do your homework, if you dot all your I's and you cross all your T's, you find out that the system will be very healthy. Okay, so thank you for the presentation. I'll say congratulations to you. You can now make a new feedback video. The old ones you made, you have to delete them, make a new one where you're going to tell us what you learned during the school, because I want to believe that during the discussion you had on this task, you learned a lot. I want to believe you learned a lot during the discussion. Okay, so congratulations to you. Congratulations to you. You have learned so much in the school. Let us hear that in your feedback video. So congratulations. I believe you don't have any other tasks to perform again except your feedback video. So please go ahead and make it, ensure it is very clear so that you can see who is telling us what he or she learned in the school. Yeah, good night everyone. You can sleep well now. Yeah, good night.